Hi guys, bonsoir, welcome back to another video in No Break November. This video will be about an interlocking journey from retwisting to interlocking and talking about some things that come into play when you're deciding to interlock your hair. So this will be a three-part video on this client's hair. So this clip was from her very first retwist after getting starter locks. And this is what she was working with at that point. And she has a lot of hair, however her strands are very fine. So although she was retwisting and retwisting worked great, she likes to go a little while in between her retwists, and for her hair type this was not working because with her hair texture, the fineness, it will stretch, it easily stretches, and that would cause weakness and breakage. So she decided to try interlocking, and this is what I did here. I interlocked from where her hair was budding to the roots, and I interlocked it very softly. That way, once her hair is wet, it has room to move. So this is 4 months after the initial interlocking. And her hair has gained some thickness, it's starting to find its way. Her hair is growing really nicely, and she's even seen some growth in different areas that did not have much growth to when she started her locks. And she attributed this to using black seed oil, and I'm talking about particularly right here. They were not that long when we first did the interlocking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to form new locks with those, but of course interlocking. So with these locks, especially the locks that needed some direction, I use my crochet tool that you can get in my Etsy shop. It is back in stock. Hurry up and buy if you want them because they go pretty fast. So I'm using the 0.5. Like I said, I like to use it for natural hair, and because it's much much more gentle than the 7.5 or anything that's a bigger hook. But what I'm doing here, I'm just pulling in some frizz, not really forming it because the lock will form itself. I'm just pulling in some frizz to kind of guide the hair. And then on this one, the hair wasn't really forming a lock really well, so I'm gonna use the tool again to help that lock form, and then I'm gonna do a soft interlock on it, and then we're gonna proceed to interlock. So a few reasons why you would interlock would be if you like to go a while without retwisting, if you like your roots to be more separated for longer, that way you're able to moisturize easier, if you're someone who works out a lot and you sweat a lot, because it doesn't matter how clean, how tight your retwist is, once moisture touches it, it's done, it's gone, okay? And a lot of people, I think, are taken aback by that when they get a retwist and then they sweat or rain or whatever it is, and then poof, they're back to afro roots. They're like, whoa, what happened? That is what happens. So interlocking, I feel like, gives you the freedom to do more. If you're someone who doesn't care about the puffy roots and all that, of course you're fine not interlocking, but if you like your roots neater, longer, interlocking is right for you. So here I reattached a lock that she accidentally cut. So there'll be a whole separate video on how I did that, so stay tuned for that. But this is pretty much the result of interlocking her hair. So as you can see, they are much thicker, much fuller, and she can go months without getting another interlocking, and her hair will be just fine. And one of the main reasons I don't think I mentioned that she chose to interlock was because her new growth would not lock, or it wasn't given a chance to lock in, if that makes sense, because she had so much new growth that it started to weaken her locks more than anything. So that is what caused us to go into the idea of maybe interlocking. And it's working just fine. Her hair has thickened up a lot. It's stronger. You can feel that it's stronger. So interlocking is a great choice for anyone, I feel. but it depends on what you prefer, what you like, and definitely what your lifestyle is like. A lot of people steer clear of interlocking, or they're hesitant about it because of the horror stories that you hear about interlocking and locks being damaged from interlocking. So that's where it comes into, if you are going to interlock your own hair, be very educated about it, or find someone who is educated about it and there's proof that this person understands interlocking and is educated on the method. Speaking of that, I'm going to have a video on how I interlock and how I determine how many passes I'm going to do in one section and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that as well. So I did the similar style that I did on her for her very first retwist, and just in comparison to see what it looks like now that she has been interlocking for several months. And that is that, guys. Let's open up a discussion in the comments. Do you interlock? If you do, why did you choose to interlock? If you don't interlock but thought about it, what is stopping you from interlocking? Share your stories in the comments. I'll be reading them and replying. If you are commenting about an appointment, I cannot book you through the comments. Please email me at Dxlynlocs.Gmail.com. I do have other people who answer my emails because I get so many. It would be impossible for me to answer them myself. So keep in mind that with the emails, it's really impossible to get lock advice because the people who do answer, they are not hairstylists, they're not licensed hairstylists, so they cannot provide you with advice. So be cognizant of that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in part 2 of this video where I show you guys how I attach her baby lock that she cut accidentally. Stay tuned. Bye, guys.